Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about UFC 298. We're going to look at the fights between Merab and Cejudo, the fight between Whitaker and Paulo Costa, and finally, the main event, which is Alexander Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria. Starting off with Henry Cejudo versus Merab Dvalishvili. Uh, Merab coming into this fight, he hasn't fought in almost a year. Basically, his last fight was against Peter Yan, where he just dominated Yan for 5 rounds. I mean, it was crotch sniffing next level, but it is what it is. Uh, and for Cejudo, he's coming off a uh, some people call it controversial and stuff. I personally think he won the fight. The judges kind of like did him dirty because that one judge didn't give him a fifth round, which he clearly won on the other two judges' scorecards. So, anyways, he's coming off like a close win against the former champion, Aljamain Sterling, who is also Marab's training partner. So, basically, I'm gonna be picking. I don't know, something about Cejudo. I was watching the countdown today, and I'm gonna be honest, like something, I see Cejudo has changed his camp. He's no longer with Eric, and he's really dedicated because he knows like it's one or done basically for him. Because if he doesn't win this, then what else is there to do? You can't really there's no way you're getting the title shot if you're not beating Marab. If he wins this fight, then it's going to be a title fight against O'Malley if O'Malley wins against Chito Vera. So that's basically Cejudo's situation. Marab's situation is kind of like, he's beating the number one guy, then because he was Aljo's partner, they didn't want to fight and all that shit. But I think if O'Malley wins and he wins, they can also have a good fight, for Sterling's revenge, get revenge for, the loss of Sterling. But I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think Cejudo by TKO, most likely in round two. I think round one is basically a feel out round for Cejudo a lot of the time. He likes to feel out his opponents, see what they do. Even in the Aljamain Sterling fight, he won. I'm not sure if he won or lost the round, but he was basically like just going at it, like trying to figure out what Aljo does and all that shit. So I got Cejudo by round two. I think he's gonna put him against the fence, and like kind of like the way Volkanovski finished Yair Rodriguez. I think that's what's gonna happen. I think Marab's gonna get too much. He's gonna get pressured too much. He's usually the guy who's pressuring, but he doesn't do too well when he's getting pressured, and I think it's really gonna affect him. And yeah, I got Cejudo, man. I think Cejudo is gonna get the W in this one. Hopefully, I'd love to see him fight for the belt again. I really think he was kind of robbed against Aljamain Sterling, and I'd love to see Cejudo versus O'Malley. Moving on, we have the co-main event. We have Whitaker versus Paulo Costa. Damn, man, this fight was supposed to happen last year in the first Makhachev Volkanovski fight back in February 2023 in Australia. But Paulo Costa, I don't know, he has a bunch of shit of like not signing agreements and shit. UFC announcing the stuff and then him not signing it or something like that. Anyways, uh, Whitaker is gonna be like how long? Probably like 7, 8 months since he fought Duplessis, and honestly, that was not Whitaker in that fight. Like 100%. Like Whitaker is so much better than that, and I honestly believe, and he's said this a couple of times. I honestly believe that he was overlooking Duplessis. He wasn't like, how do you say this? He wasn't like, he was too focused on other stuff, and he was taking Duplessis lightly. He didn't really think Duplessis was that much of a threat. And honestly, everyone else thought the same. Nobody thought Duplessis would be the champion right now. But here he is as the champion. So I think Whitaker, he's changed. I saw the countdown, and I think his mentality is much more different. He knows that this fight has been coming, and I think he's really ready for it. For Paulo Costa, I mean, bro, this guy has fallen out of fights left and right. Chimaev, Whitaker, I mean, even the other Daggy guy. Honestly, I forgot his name right now, but the guy in the middleweight, yeah, uh, Alaskarov. Yeah, back in July, he was supposed to fight him in Salt Lake City. Crazy, man. He's just been pulling out of fights left and right, UFC contracts and all that shit. Anyways, his last fight was against Robert Whitaker, and Usman fought Leon Edwards for the second time, where Edwards head kicked him. That was UFC 178 in Salt Lake City. I mean, shit, it's been a long ass time since he fought. And I'm gonna be honest, bro. Look, he looks in good shape and shit, but like, I think he's gonna gas out. I think he's like, ever since the Adesanya fight, he's never been like the same. Like Adesanya really just like put a beating and like murdered whatever the potential of Paulo Costa was. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, like I just don't think he's gonna be able to knock out Robert Whitaker. I mean, Robert Whitaker has been in there with like has been obvious. Okay, he got TKO'd in his last fight. Okay, but look, man, Duplessis was putting the pressure on, and this he was taking Duplessis lightly. This is not a Paulo Costa is not a guy to take lightly. Although he may seem like an easy fight. Uh, I he's gonna be it's gonna be a good fight. I think he'll probably win a unanimous decision. I think Whitaker will probably win, and yeah, that's the co-main event. Now, moving on, we have the main event: Volkanovski versus Topuria. Man, oh man, Topuria is literally like I don't man. He's giving me McGregor Aldo vibes, DC versus John Jones vibes. He thinks he's saying, oh, he's undefeated and all that shit. Young guy coming up, new generation. Your old generation, you're washed up. You just got slept. Ain't no way you're gonna beat me. I'm catching you at the right moment. I just don't. I don't know. I think Volkanovski's locked in, man. Especially, bro. Especially what he's saying. Like, come on, dog. Like now, all this shit is coming out. Like Volkanovski was drinking before the Makhachev fight. He wasn't in shape. He wasn't going to the gym. And apparently, according to Eugene Behrman, he was camping when he got the call. So he was not even close to the gym. And like, I think the second Makhachev fight woke him up. And I honestly believe that Volkanovski is much more prepared. He's had the time to prepare. Remember, it was on short notice for Makhachev fight. On 11 days or something like that. Like, bro, Makhachev is not a guy you can just go in 11 days and think you can beat. Like, I'm going to be honest, I never thought for a second Volkanovski was going to be able to beat Makhachev. Even the first time, I've always said this from day one. Volkanovski can beat everyone at featherweight and lightweight except Islam Makhachev. Makhachev is just on a different level. And especially under the circumstances Volkanovski had to take the second fight, it was just like, it was not in his favor. At least according, he signed a new contract. He was able to level up when it comes to money, securing good cash for his family and all that stuff, which I'm all for, at the end of the day. But it was risky and bad fight to take. I'm gonna be honest. With Topuria, his last fight against Josh Emmett, who is like, look, guys, like everyone, look, I like Josh Emmett. Everyone likes Josh Emmett, but let's be honest, bro. Who has Josh Emmett beat? Oh, he knocked out Bryce Mitchell, bro. Come on, dog. Like Bryce Mitchell on like a week's notice or some shit, and plus Bryce Mitchell's not even good. Taporia literally submitted him. He walked through that guy like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that guy's like really nothing. And then like Josh Emmett, he's not that good either. His resume just his resume doesn't compare to Volkanovski's resume. Resume like Volkanovski has just beaten the better guys. He's beaten Max Holloway 3 times. You know, I feel like Taporia has just been yapping, and sooner or later he's just gonna catch a beating, bro. And I think Volkanovski's the one to do that. I mean, I like, especially like, bro, this guy was scared of Yair Rodriguez. I, leading up to the Yair Rodriguez fight, I was like, bro, this is gonna be the easiest fight of his career. He's gonna walk through this guy, and he did. But he was literally saying how scared he was before the fight. He was saying how scared he was against Yair. Bro, Yair is basically Taporia. They're like, and and Ortega. Bro, Ortega was yapping. What happened? He got slept. He got he got dominated for 5 rounds by Volkanovski. Like Volkanovski has time and time again had to show that these young up and comers are just not on the level yet. Maybe when Volkanovski retires, yeah, sure, take the belt. But while Volkanovski is here, ain't nobody taking the belt. He's gonna be undefeated at featherweight. I'm going with Volkanovski. I think in the first round he's gonna, like Cejudo, he's gonna feel him out, you know. But Cejudo, he usually feels him out. While Volkanovski, I think he's gonna put the pressure on him, really break him down, and then in the second round he's just gonna go for the finish. And I feel like Taporia is gonna go night. I'm looking at a round 2 TKO KO for Volkanovski. I think he's gonna get this one done. He's hungry. I like this. He has like the same mentality where he had to prove all the people wrong in the third Max Holloway fight, the Yair fight, the Brian Ortega fight. I see that in him. You know, it's not like the Makhachev second fight was just like, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's a big payday, and if I win, I win. If I lose, I'm still the champ. You know, he didn't really lose that much. Yeah, he lost, you know, a chance at the lightweight belt, and who knows if we'll ever see him at lightweight again. But other than that, he didn't really lose much. And now and then he has like a guy who in Ilya who just wants to take everything away from Volkanovski, and I don't see that happening, man. I think Volkanovski is gonna get it done. So yeah, uh, in in conclusion, I got Cejudo by round 2 TKO. I got Whitaker by decision, and I got Volkanovski by round 2 TKO or KO. Honestly, it could happen either way. I think like it would be sick because like honestly, I feel like Ilya needs a humbling, bro. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, like, subscribe. Tell me who you guys think are gonna win. Who do you Marab, Cejudo, Whitaker, Costa, Volkanovski, Taporia? You know, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Obrigado as always. Peace.